Hello, my name is Rita Marie Johnson. I'm the founding director of Razor Foundation International and the creator of BePeace. I'm delighted that you've made the decision to join a BePeace group. This peace practice will help you embody peace on a daily basis and will positively impact your life. BePeace is a practice that combines a scientifically proven method for feeling peace with a clear path for speaking peace that creates an authentic and compassionate connection. As we learn this practice, we're empowered to pass it on, to teach peace. In learning BePeace, you'll be able to stop stress in just 60 seconds and release yourself from negative emotions such as worry, anger, anxiety, and depression. You'll be able to resolve conflicts creatively in a mutually satisfying way. In addition, BePeace helps you achieve your highest brain function and open up your intuition. But probably the greatest benefit of BePeace is that it teaches you to maintain emotional balance, even in times of great turmoil. The essence of BePeace is a combination of coherence and connection. Let's begin now by learning about coherence. The part of our BePeace practice that's been inspired by research and tools from the Institute of HeartMath. We deeply appreciate the role this institute has played in the evolution of BePeace. You know, it's been my experience that the majority of peace education has been aimed at the intellect. This kind of learning is important because we use our intellectual capacity to form our values and to make decisions. However, scientific research shows that violent reactions can occur when we're triggered by emotional memories. So, if we're going to reduce violence in our world, we must learn how to manage our emotions. This is where coherence comes in. Let me explain what I mean by that. This is an illustration of a person who had a dog bite in his childhood. As an adult, when he sees a dog on the street, that visual input goes to the thalamus of the brain, which is the central distribution system for information in the brain. Now, if he took time to think it through on the slow track of the thalamus to the sensory cortex path, he would realize this dog is not going to hurt him. However, the amygdala of the brain is like a little eavesdropper, monitoring all sensorial input and looking for anything that's similar to past significant memories. When it finds a match, it reacts. The pathway between the amygdala and the thalamus is called the fast track. When the amygdala is triggered by a memory match, it activates the stress response. So in reality, we're then feeling faster than we think. Consequently, we often react irrationally because we're basing our response on past information rather than the present experience. This is what keeps us trapped in negative emotional patterns that can lead to health challenges and to violence. The tool you'll learn for becoming more coherent helps extinguish these old emotional response patterns and establish new ones. Let's look now at how coherence impacts the heart. Research at the Institute of HeartMath has shown that a negative feeling produces an erratic heart rate variability pattern. The heart rate variability is not the same as the pulse. Instead, it's the speeding up and slowing down between beats of the heart. An erratic heart rate variability indicates that we are incoherent, which means that the heart and the brain are not working in harmony. Consequently, we won't be able to function at our best. However, a positive feeling, such as appreciation, brings our heart into more coherence, which then pulls the brain into coherence. HeartMath research has shown that appreciation can be one of the easiest positive feelings for people to generate. Generating the feeling of appreciation, then, is the most efficient way to become coherent. Do you know the saying, change your thinking, change your life? HeartMath has proven it's actually more efficient to change your feeling, change your life. Now, why does it work that way? Well, Here are some remarkable facts to remember about the relationship between the heart and the brain. First of all, the heart has its own complex nervous system, what we call the heart-brain. And the heart sends far more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. And lastly, the heart signals especially affect the brain centers involved in decision-making, creativity, and emotional experience. A positive feeling creates coherence because of a principle of physics called the pendulum effect. For example, in a clock shop of clocks with all sizes of pendulums, at first all the pendulums are going in different directions, independent of each other. But eventually, the clock with the strongest pendulum will draw all of the other clocks into sync with it. Well, in the body, the heart is the strongest pendulum. That's why when we start with a positive feeling that creates coherence in the heart is then able to pull the brain into coherence. In other words, we help the heart by generating a positive feeling, and then the heart helps us by pulling the brain into coherence. Consequently, when we're stressed, the heart sends an incoherent signal to the brain, and it's difficult to think clearly. However, when we achieve coherence through a positive feeling in the heart, we become more in sync. So, the definition of coherence is when the heart, mind, and emotions are in sync with each other. This state of being leads to increased clarity of thought before we act, more poise and peace, and greater connection in our relationships. When we want to feel more peaceful, we can use our hearts to pull our brains into increased coherence by using the technique called quick coherence. These are the steps of the quick coherence technique from the Institute of Heart Math. Heart focus, plus heart breathing, plus a heart feeling of appreciation. These steps lead to heart-brain coherence and consequently enhanced intelligence, wisdom, and creativity. So now we're going to learn how to rely on the power of our hearts to feel more peaceful and activate more intelligence and wisdom. One way to learn how to increase our levels of coherence is by identifying something that's easy for us to appreciate. By becoming familiar with what you appreciate, this allows you to access a coherent state when you need it. When someone's in your face saying angry words, you want to be able to go to coherence automatically and sustain it so that you can be more intelligent in responding. Like with anything, it takes practice. Now, please refer to the thing you appreciate that you wrote down earlier. You'll want to stick with one thing that you appreciate in your practice of quick coherence. This makes sense because you'll want to get coherent quickly without having to think about it when you're stressed. I hope you have the opportunity to try the M-Wave software from the Institute of Heart Math that measures our levels of coherence. Through biofeedback, this simple technology helps train us in becoming more coherent. Let's review now the steps of quick coherence. Step 1, heart focus. Put your attention down into the heart. Down, down, into the heart. And then step 2, heart breathing. Breathing as if you're breathing through the heart, deeply but naturally. And step 3, heart feeling. Generating appreciation for whatever's easy for you. Staying down in the heart and just filling it with appreciation. This illustration represents the electromagnetic field radiated by the heart, which can be measured up to 3 feet beyond the body. There's now scientific evidence showing that our nervous systems can detect the electromagnetic fields radiated by others, and that our coherence or incoherence can affect those around us. This means that when you practice coherence in your BePeace group, you're actually helping each other to achieve coherence. Personal and group coherence bring immediate benefits that then encourage you to keep practicing. Each day, the quick coherence technique will consistently help you in your quest to embody peace.